Hi. Welcome to the Art of Carousel mini course. And I promise I won't waste your time at all. So it's going to be very short and exciting, and then passing the message across video. So now I'm not here to waste your time at all. So without further ado, let's dive into it here. And so basically, here's what we're going to learn here. So first of all, you learn how to actually why is it important to actually have a goal for your carousel, right? So secondly, we also look at the basic principle that I apply in creating my own carousel and has been working for me. And if you recall correctly, I mentioned principle. So the reason I actually use principle and not rule. So I would like to shift to myself for that from that rule, or let's say guideline, because I don't like to give people like a rule or something that you must follow. But rather I always like to prescribe like a principle, yes. Because like there's this popular saying that principles don't respect people, yeah. And what does that mean? So have you ever find someone on Instagram, let's say for instance, someone that you know that okay, deep down that you are quite at, you can actually do much more better than what they are doing, right? Maybe perhaps let's say you have about 10,000 followers, but this person just have about 1,000, 2,000 followers. But for some reason, yeah, they tend to be getting this traction, they tend to be getting these likes, they're getting these comments, shares on their posts. While you on the other hand with your 5,000, 10,000 followers, you put in the work, but for some reason, whenever you post, you normally get like 5 likes, 10 likes with no comment at all, and it's quite frustrating. Trust me, I can understand it. But have you ever imagined what could they possibly be doing right and then you're doing wrong? Let me just save you the stress of guessing. Yeah, it's simple, and it's simply called principle. Yeah, so principles don't respect people. Right? So principle is simply okay, do this. Once you do this, do that. Yeah? So this is likely the result that you will get. In other words, modeling things that's already working, yeah, and actually making it better. But that's by the way. Yeah. So thirdly, we'll be looking at how to finally actually design this carousel. So starting with go here, why do you really need to create a goal for your carousel? And like every other thing in life, not just carousel at all, yeah, not just carousel alone. So anything you want to do in life, it's actually very important to actually create a goal for that thing. So that you won't just jump into that thing again. So it's important to actually be clear about the goal that you want to achieve. And before creating a goal, I would like to state it, which is very important. Before actually creating a carousel at all, you need to really know who you are talking to. You need to know who that carousel is meant for. Who is this content? Who are you actually channeling it to? Yeah, so which means in other words, you need to be crystal clear about your target audience. Who is it that you're targeting with this content? So when you are clear about who you want to write, who you want to create a content for, so the other thing you need to know is actually have a goal. And by setting a goal, I mean having one particular goal rather for your content. You find that a lot of people, the mistake they make is this, especially when starting out creating content. You create one particular content, one particular carousel. At the end of it, you want people to actually like that post. You want people to share that post. You want people to drop a comment on one particular post. I mean, it's quite confusing and then overwhelming at times, yeah, for we as a reader. So when you want to create a carousel, if you're creating this carousel to actually sell, right? So let everything involves around just selling. I mean, you're selling. Right? So if you're creating it to just get comments, let it be for comment. If you're creating it to get shares, let it be for shares. Yeah. So always try to tailor your call to actions in your content on just achieving one particular goal. But very well, I will be explaining about calling to action and giving people how to actually create offers with the carousel later, much more later. Yeah. So thirdly, we'll be looking at how to finally design this carousel. So let's dive into it there. Since we've talked about the goal, so basically talking about frameworks. Yeah. So this framework, it's called the hook, the story, and the offer. And these 3 frameworks actually I won't really necessarily take all the credit for it, because this framework is actually belongs to Russell Brunson. So Russell Brunson is a phenomenal marketer, yeah. So he owns ClickFunnels, and the guy is super amazing, super amazing. And what's more funny is this: even though this framework has nothing to do with creating content, it's more of like for marketing. Maybe a little bit, let's say you want to actually generate leads for your business, if you want to run an ad, or you just want to actually make sales generally, yeah. So it's what he uses for. For someone, I took this principle and applied it into my content creation. Everything from single post to carousel post, everything I do on Instagram is tailored around this 3 framework, and it has worked super amazing for me, just like magic. And ever since then, is what I actually teach any of my clients. And this thing I'm actually teaching you, trust me, is what I actually teach my one-on-one clients. I don't. When I'm talking 101, of course, it's much more expensive than just the carousel mini course. This is just like one aspect of what I teach. Yeah, but then, so it's super amazing, really. And I'm talking about the hook story of. I'm going to be breaking it down for you one after the other. So starting with the hook here, what is that? What exactly is a hook? So think of it about it as this, the normal. I think it's actually self-explanatory, right? So a hook is simply something that's actually something you use to catch something. Imagine, let's say you want to actually catch a fish in the river, yeah. So there's something called a bait that you put as inside that water to attract that fish to that particular hook to catch it. So just think of that hook as a bait on Instagram. Yeah. So whenever everybody is on Instagram, people are constantly scrolling on Instagram. Yeah, constantly scrolling. So what is that thing that will get people's attention and make them stop to look at that content? It's simple. It's called a hook. So if you create a carousel, let's say, and ideally, a carousel actually have like 1 to 10 slides. Yeah. So if you're creating a carousel, so that your very first slide, that number 1 slide, that first slide, it's your hook. All it does is to catch attention from people. And trust me, guys, everything you do on Instagram, yeah, everything it's the whole secret about creating a carousel, creating any content is about the hook. If you can get your hook right, trust me, you're good to go. It's all you need. If you get your hook perfectly right, you are, let's say, 50% there. Trust me. So you need to actually know, take your time to develop a visual appealing, a scroll stopping, if there's anyone like that, a scroll. What am I stuttering? Good. Okay, a scroll stopping hook. I'll say that again. A scroll stopping hook. That wow visual effect. So you need to actually take your time to develop it. So personally, if I'm creating a carousel, I spend about at least, let's say, 2 hours now. Although when I first started, I remember I used to spend like 6, 7, 8 hours at times to create a hook. But what's more fun is this: if I'm creating a carousel for 6 hours rather, so I will spend 4 hours to create my hook, which is the first slide. While the remaining slide, just spend the remaining 2 hours for it. And that's how to tell you how powerful the hook could be, because it's what gets the attention. But it doesn't end there. So think about it this way, yeah. You can actually lure people. You can actually set a bit for someone to actually look at the content. But once you get your attention, what next? So a hook is only for you to actually get the attention, but it doesn't make them actually read your content or engage on it. It only stops them to look at your content. So what is that thing that will make them to engage on your content and want to actually participate in your content? Is what you call storytelling, yeah. And when you talk about story, people always look at, especially if I'm trying to train mostly business, and they'll be like, but I'm not a business owner now. I don't know about how to tell story. It's a lie. We are all storytellers. We all know how to tell story. Just that so I think for some reason, yeah, we don't tend to pay attention to things that happen around us. But trust me, we can all tell stories. And when I'm talking about story, it's not limited to being product or service alone. It actually goes on anything at all, any content you want to create on Instagram. And no matter how it is, no matter what you do, you can always tell story with your carousel, yeah. And I will show you an example of storytelling with my Instagram posts, some of my posts on Instagram before I actually go further, yeah. So look at this, for instance. So if you look at all the content I create, it's tailored around storytelling. Okay, now look at this. I said don't use carousel. So this is a hook. I purposely use it, and now look at the picture that I use. So like the baby is telling you, okay, see that seriousness in his face, tell you don't create carousel. So there's no way you'll be on Instagram and scrolling past. This is actually scroll stopping. This will get your attention to stop. But what? So once you stop here, what message does it pass? Don't create carousel. Don't create carousel. Don't use carousel. So what does that tell you? Nothing. So what is that thing that will actually help you, engage and then get you more interested rather in the content? So what's called story? And then the storytelling is actually used from your second slide. The first slide is for your hook, right? So from slide 2 to slide 8 or slide 9 rather is for your storytelling. Now look at this. Yeah. Okay, so I said after that I said okay, well, that was to get your attention. Now that I have it, let's move on. See that catch? Yeah. So I said okay, so you've noticed everybody jumping on the latest trend, which is what carousel, yeah. And then you decide to jump on the bandwagon, blah 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 blah. Look at what I did there, okay. But here's what you need to know. What you need to understand, okay. And engaging carousel requires more than just connecting pictures, and then what I'm doing, look what I'm doing here, yeah? So I'm not telling them why is it important to actually create carousel in form of storytelling, telling story, right, in what you need to do. So I can basically just put this thing like that, just like that, without making it more interesting. But what actually make people to actually interact with this post is the way I actually tailored it. Do I actually tell stories with it, right? Now look at it. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so if you notice from my second slide to my ninth slide here, I actually use stories for it, right? But then how do you actually tell these stories? Because I know it can be very, it's one thing to tell you, okay, tell stories. There's another thing to actually know how to actually tell the stories. So it's very much simple here. If you're telling a story, I'm just going to be giving like three, basic elements of storytelling. So if you want to tell a story, these are the elements of storytelling. Let me just give you shortly, quickly. Okay, Control D. Okay, where are you? You come here. So first of all, there needs to be a character. C-H-A-R-A-C, character. Then secondly, conflict. F-L-I-C-T. Then thirdly, resolution. And I'll be explaining this just very short and precise. Yeah. So character is simply like who exactly is that person you're talking to, right? Who is that person? So let's say for instance, you are okay, for instance, let's say you sell weight loss product, yeah, or you help people actually lose weight. That's what you do. So who is your character in this? Is like if you want to create a carousel. Yeah. So let's say your character is actually your ideal client, the person you're actually talking to. So in this, let's say you're talking to BC. BC is, let's say, a chubby lady, she's fat, yeah. So she's your character. Then what is the conflict she's probably going to? A conflict could be, let's say, she wants to lose weight. Maybe she wants to actually she's seeking validation. She wants her husband to actually, or her boyfriend rather, to tell her, oh, you look beautiful, you look interesting, you look attractive, you look amazing. So she wants to actually move with her friend and feel that confident. That's another conflict, yeah. So she wants to actually feel that confident. That's a conflict you can tap it. That's an emotion there, which is why going back to you understanding your ideal client. So you need to understand what is that emotion that drives them, yeah. So now if you understand the conflict, then resolution. How does your product, how does what you do, how does it help you solve that problem, yeah? Which is all resolution. Now if you look at what my carousel in the other place, yeah? So I tell you about, okay, after identifying the conflict, which is what you want to jump about bandwagon and that this and that. I now go further to actually tell you, okay, what exactly is it? Yes, and here is what you have. Here is the 4 reasons why you need a carousel, yeah. And I actually broke it down, which is what to actually, the first is what to actually help you display your product. Secondly, to help you increase engagement. Thirdly, which is what to tell stories with your brand, right? And then lastly, which is what to advertisement. Let's say you want to advertise. So this is me providing a solution. This is a resolution to that conflict which I identified, right? So similarly, you want to do this for your carousel as well. Sorry, let me take a sip of water. Aha! And now we're good to go. All right. So similarly, if you sell product, if you sell service, whatever it is that you do, so always try to look for, don't just post like that. Always try to tailor it, channel it in form like storytelling. And what are the type of stories that you can tell? So you can tell a story for, let's say, your house story, right? You can also tell your what story. What I mean by what story and house story? Your what story is actually what you actually do. What is it that you do? So let us know what you do, right? Second is what your house story, which is how do you do what you do, right? What are the things you do? Which is if you sell, let's say you sell products. So tell us how you actually do what you do. And the third type of story you can also tell is what your why story, which is what, why you actually do what you do. Right, so those are another kind of stories you can tell, but it's very, very much more important when creating a carousel to actually try to use it in form of storytelling. And then lastly, okay, now you've gotten your carousel right, right? You've gotten your hook, you've gotten them attracted. Now you've actually tell a nice story. People have engaged on your post. What next? After reading your post, what exactly you wanted to do, which is where this offer comes in. So, and why do you actually need to take an offer? You need to include an offer in your storytelling or in your content or creating carousel rather. It's simple to actually make them take action. And a lot of people actually make this mistake. So by thinking people will actually automatically take action on your post. So while an influencer or someone with a decent following, yeah, why they can actually get away with that? So you might not necessarily be able to get away with it because so of course you're not risking it now. You need to actually tell people what to do. People need to be told what to do. So when creating content on Instagram, yeah. So think about it this way. So have this mindset like as if you're actually talking to an infant or people that are very ignorant, people that don't know what they are doing. So just have it in your mind like that. So if you have that mindset, yeah, so that will tell you that okay, you need to actually help them understand what to do. You need to guide them as what to do on your system. Now look at this. Let me make a reference to this particular post again, yeah, which is what. Now imagine this particular post. One single post got me about 330 likes and then 65 comments, which is of course was just like in this post. It's because that day I was actually very busy. I couldn't really engage. If you look at my other posts, as you can see, this one had about 394. You get this has 1,000 views, like that. So I always have that views. That's if I have that time to actually engage well with my audience. What does it tell you? It means so. It is what there's something, definitely something that I'm actually doing right. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm not actually teaching you what you can actually find on YouTube or something. I'm teaching you what the principles that actually work for me. That's what I'm telling you. Now look at that. After telling stories with my carousel, after grabbing the attention rather, then telling stories. Look at my 10th slide. What did I do with it? Of course, I tell you, okay, click the link on my bio to grab the pre-order 50% discount. So chances are that if you are here, probably now, maybe if you're watching this video now, so if this is what actually make you sign up from this post here, I can almost guarantee you that what actually make you take action is this last slide here. I can almost guarantee you that that's if you actually took advantage of the 50% discount here by watching this video. So which is what, when creating your carousel, I would like to reiterate the fact that your first slide is your hook. Your second to ninth slide is for your storytelling. Is that time you actually have to actually tell them about your product, about your service, anything, how it actually helps solve the problem. How does it make their life better? How does your service help them get better, right? How does your product, how does it make them better? So if you sell, let's say Ankara, for instance, maybe let's say you sell, you make Ankara or you sell fabrics. So how do you actually help them with these fabrics? Okay, does it make them look beautiful? Does it make them look this? And if you want to actually educate them on that fabric, let's say you want to talk about, let's say 5 ways to maintain your fabrics, right? Five ways to rock your Ankara. Yeah. So your slide 1 could be that, right? Which is what 5 ways to rock your Ankara with a very visual appealing graphics. It's a visual appealing scroll stopping image, right? Then your second to ninth slide will be for your storytelling. Yeah. So if you want to do that, so your second slide could be, maybe let's say since your first slide is how to actually do this, right? How to rock or how to maintain your Ankara. So your second slide will be, let's say, okay, number one, tie it on your head or tie it whatever. Yeah. Then your third slide will be you explaining it. Right. Your fourth slide could be your second point, which is what, number 2. Do this, then your first, like that. So you can structure it in any way you want to do. Like I mentioned, I don't like to actually give people rules. So there's always room for you to actually explore your creativity and then your content creation. So I don't want to actually give you, okay, well, this is actually what to follow, but I'm just giving you like the basic principles on what to actually do with it, right? So maybe you understand. And then finally, after you've done that from your second slide to your ninth slide, tell stories. Let us know about the problems and how you actually help solve it, right? Then your 10th slide is for your call to action, the offer. Always give people the offer. And remember, going back to the goal, if you want to give an offer, let that offer be just for one thing. Don't tell people to like, comment, or share your post. I used to make this mistake. Trust me, I used to make this before. When I'm creating my carousel, at the end of the live carousel, I will tell you, if you enjoy this post, like, comment, and share. But trust me, it's much more effective if you tell people to actually do just one thing on your post. Trust me, they will do that thing. Look at what I said. Click the link on my bio, because the goal of this particular post was for me to sell and nothing more. If you look at other posts, let me show you another post here. I think I have some other posts here. We talk about just liking or commenting or sharing or tagging, which is what that particular goal I want to okay, let me just show you this. Okay, this content style here. As you can see, the same principle I'm using here. So telling you stories on how to actually go, lay on floor. Then I talk about how to lay on floor. You can lay literally like that. Okay, I'm going to show you this. Okay, look at this test. You can find this helpful. Tag someone selling fabrics. Simple. My purpose of actually creating this particular content style for Carousel to make people tag other people, so that it to give me more visibility, yeah, more likes and more shares. Yeah, look at it. It got me 383 and then 233 comments. Yeah, and if I show you this, I think this particular post here got me about almost 200 and something saves. I'm not sure if I can actually show you okay, I can't possibly show you from here, but as I leave my phone, I will have shown you the engagement it got. Trust me, it got me about 35 followers. This one single post, it got me 35 followers, then about 200 and something saves like that and shares. Meanwhile, my only call to action was for them to actually do what? For them to tag. And trust me, you don't want to know how many tags I got from this post. And that's the power of giving people a particular call to action to follow, yeah? So now you know about your hook, you know how to actually tell stories, and then you know how to actually create offers at the end of your storytelling. So how do you possibly design this carousel here, which is what you were waiting for. Now let's dive into it. Woohoo! Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, I'm ready. Hey, go on, let me take order. Now I have water. Yeah. Okay, let me be serious. Let me be serious now. Okay, so talking about design, so pretty much before we move forward, I would just let to actually, I would like to let you understand why it's important to actually know some principles to design. And here's a simple principle I would like you to understand, which is what it's called the pack model. And what I mean by the pack model, yeah, it's pretty much simple, and I won't even waste your time at all. Just let's dive into it. Yeah. So what does P stand for in pack model? Oops, sorry. Okay, all right, P come here, excuse me. All right, so P stands for proximity. X-I-M-I-T-Y. Hope I got that correctly. Yeah, so another word for proximity simply means nearness. Nearness, nearness or closeness or something like that. And what does it mean? This means, yeah, it means when designing, yeah, when designing on a post, a carousel basically. So you need to actually understand how your text, you get how they should be layered correctly, and then how they should be close to each other or near each other. Your text also to your picture, right? So you don't want to actually do this. Okay, let me just show you something here now, right? So imagine you want to actually create a carousel here and a text, then you put one text here and your next text is here. Oof, what have I done? Okay, yeah. So if you're actually creating a text here, so at least if you can actually do something like this. I think this is nice. Yeah, this is nice. But you don't want to actually create one sentence and then put one text here and the other one here, right? So you need to actually understand how the closeness, how it actually helps, you know, brings out the beauty in your design, right? And similarly, okay, let me show you this. Another thing I can actually explain with nearness is, okay, let me open another leave here. So let me try to understand create something for you to understand. Yeah, design, okay, P-E-R-F-E, perfect, okay. Now look at this. Do you see this very well? Yeah? But now compare to this. You know, this is a particular. Okay, let me just add one word. Design perfect carousel. ROUSELS. Oh, my sister, please don't do this. It's angry for some reason. I guess it's because it's been on since morning. Okay, now I said design perfect carousel. Yeah. So if you look at this, yeah. So compare this to me now spacing it to something like this. As you can see, this look very off and not, you know, it's not actually it's not eye catchy and it's not, you know, more appealing like that. So when creating design on carousel, right, when creating carousel content, so you actually understand how effective, yeah, your closeness of your design could be. So don't make it too close and don't make it too spacey like that. If there's anyone like that, is it spacey or spacing or spaced, whatever, man. I think this is perfect. Yeah. So if you want to create a carousel, always have the space. That is one. Another thing about I would say about proximity is this. So if creating a design, for instance, yeah. So if your image, let me bring an image here. Now, perfect. Look at this image, for instance. Now, guys, please listen to this. Look at this. Look at this, please. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. Let me remove the background so you can understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. So if you have an image. Now, please listen to this. It's very, very important. Please listen to this very carefully. So, if you have an image that is actually looking to your left, I'll say that again. If you have an image looking to your, is it left or right? Okay, looking to your left. So, always paste your text or put your text rather by the right. Okay, put your text by the left rather. So, you don't want to have an image looking at the left. Then write what you're actually talking about that thing. Put it at the left. And I'll explain. Here's what I mean. Let it finish removing the background and you understand perfectly what I'm talking about here. Okay, we're having trouble removing background. Oh, network, don't do this to me, please. Don't do this. You can't do this to me. No, not now. Not now. Not now, please. Not now. Okay, let me try and remove that again. Remove background. Oh, let me try and refresh my page. Oh yeah, refresh. Network, you can't do this to me. Oh. Not this, not tonight. Ah, please. Just leave your madness to later, but not now, please. Network. Network, you can't do this to us. No. Okay. Go network. 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 Hey, look at me singing for network. Hey, amazing. Don't mind me, I play a lot, yeah. Okay. Alright, okay, let me do this. Boop. Network, after singing for you, you just to do me like this. No way. No way, network. I can't deal. You can't do this to me now. After singing. After singing my song or singing they sing. I just wanted to actually remove the background so you could perfectly understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. However, if the background didn't say remove the network, we'll just continue like that. My baby should understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. We're having troubles. Get out of here. Okay, let me just widen the picture here. So imagine having a picture like this here. So look at this image. This image is looking at your left. So your text should be the same direction that image is looking at. So you don't want to have an image looking like this and then you now do something like this. So with your text here. This is a very poor design and it's a very bad this designer should be sued, yeah, because you're talking about okay designing a perfect carousel. So this is the image is actually looking left. Automatically whenever anybody actually turns to your page, see this particular post here, so people tend to actually look at that direction that the picture is looking. So if that image is actually looking in that particular direction, what you're going to do is actually paste your text in that particular direction that the image is looking at. Yeah, so that's one thing you should understand about the design. But then let's move further. No, don't thank you yet. So let's move further. So the second thing I would like you to look at is what the A, and what does A stand for? Okay, let me duplicate this and then bring it here. Okay, so your A stands from alignment, which is what balance. Although pretty much I've actually taught this, but then alignment, which is what ALIGNNENT, alignment.